Hello everyone, welcome to Thornton as we get set for qualifying here. And Matt Dixon will be the first car out onto the track. And for Dixon, comes into this race 37th in the owner's points after Texas. Actually ran really well, top 5 finish there at Texas for the 40 car to move them up there, but unfortunately for them, still a go or go homer this week, and so they have to worry about the turn of death twice, because not only do you have to worry about it for the qualifying, but then the race itself. And obviously Matt Dixon, to get a good lap in, would want to try and keep all 4 tires on the track for this session. Now the only way I'm really going to be able to talk about every car in the time frame is to not worry about waiting for them to complete a lap. So next car out there already, Stephen Paul III, one of the round of 12 cars, comes into this race. They are 20, well, they'd be 26th in owners without the chase. They're in the chase, I know that much. So either way, I don't know exactly where they're at. It's been over a month since I actually recorded Texas, so unfortunately I don't remember exactly. After that, though, on track is Preston Plord, the 04 car, trying for best of the rest right now for the owner's points, and currently comes into this race 18th in the owner's points. They are safe. They do not have to worry about making it on speed, which is probably, this is the one track I think you really want to not have to worry about being in on speed. Speaking of one of those go-go homers, Matthew Marias is another one. Comes into this race 53rd in the owner's points. Been a struggle for this 19 car all year long, and not going to be a good rookie campaign for Marias. He'll look to turn around probably next year, try and find at least a ride, and we'll see how it goes for Marias. Tom Shelley, another one of the cars that is in the chase, the Mike Cook Rewards 45. Don't know exactly how they did. I really don't remember how some of these guys did at Texas. And it's easy to forget because not many guys actually had very good runs. I think Texas, we only had about 4 or 5 chasers actually finish the race. All 3 Shelleys I know I remember all 3 Shelleys were involved in a wreck now, at least. I do remember that part. But Texas was chaotic, and Shelley looking for a rebound race. Jay Stella, another one of the go-go homers, 55th in the owner's points for the Principal Financial Group Chevy. As if you can't tell, what I'm basically doing is I'm looking at the bottom of the points right now to be able to tell where someone is. But yeah, so Stella, 55th in the owner's points, coming in, looking just to make the race. This might be an interesting thing to look at right here, as these two are battling. Eric and Rage, another one of the chasers. His Texas weekend did not get started off on the right frame, because he was one of the guys involved in the big chain wreck in Group 1 last week. But I believe he came back and ran fairly decent in the race. I don't remember, like I said. Yeah, well, I'm actually kind of curious to watch this and see if either one of these guys falls off. Well, they might not be side by side actually. So, moving on, Troy King finds a zone all to himself right now. The No Fear Ford, also one of the drivers in the chase, and he is one of the ones I recall being wrecked out at Texas. So, he'll look to rebound here. 1 win so far this season, and probably on his list of objectives this week is just to survive. Axel Casella on track, does not have to worry about making it on speed. Would be 14th in owner's points if there was no owner's chase, but unfortunately I believe they are about 19th or 20th in the actual owner's points, as we've got cars finally making their laps here. as Preston Plord goes fastest so far of the early cars. And we'll watch to see if Axel Casella can make it through the turn of death, because he was so close to it anyway. And he will. Jonathan Zorline, one of the Go homers in the 25 car. Not been a good season for Zorline. 45th in the owner's points. Not quite sure why I said 25th. Either way, for Zorline, just going to try and make the race, I would think. Just has to be one of the top 11 of the Go homers. We put 12 cars in the field, but as I'll explain later with the 99, he kind of ruins that a little bit. Henry Sanford, one of the cars in the owner's chase in the 31, currently 9th quickest with a 4-minute 28.679. Looking for a rebound, I think. I don't know. He's looking for a solid run. He's in the round of 12 right now with this car for the owner's chase, and RCR trying to win yet another owner's title in the Coke Vanilla Cup Series. Ashley Brock, one of the Go homers, currently 7th quickest in the Crown Royal Ford. For Ashley Brock, comes into this race 41st in the owner's points when they start the day. Made the race last weekend, but didn't have the best of showings, with only probably was one of the many that DNF'd. So looking to make the race and maybe get a rebound effort here at Thornton. Dylan Young, one of the cars that made the round of 12, currently finds himself 16th quickest on the speed charts. Not probably worried about that. I would say that his goal is just to actually survive and not have to worry about going to a backup car. Which, basically, I'm not going to go back and look. I figure that there's going to be quite a few guys going to backups. I'm just not... If I see them on camera, that's going to be how I decide if they're going to a backup. So, Jeff James would be 21st in owner's points without the owner's chase, but there are a few cars behind him that are in it. I believe they are 23rd or so in owner's points. Either way, they are safe to make it. They will not have to worry about qualifying in. Sam Curtis, one of the inconsistent rookies that we've had, has gone to victory lane a couple times this season, but currently way low in the owner's points. They will make it. They don't have to worry about qualifying their way in right now. They are 9th quickest on the speed chart. But 66 doing the basically flying the flag for the Haas CNC team, as like I said, they are locked in. 70 not so much. Jessica Shelton, one of the cars that has to make it in on speed, currently 20th quickest right now in the Cascadian Farms Dodge. So we'll have to see if Jessica Shelton can improve that time, because that definitely not going to be good enough to make it in. 43 car comes into this race 40th in the owner's points for the Petty 43, and just looking to try and increase where they're at. Jess already knowing that she will move on to the 21 car next season, as we start to get more into the silly season and things will start to kind of shape up a little bit on the picture of who's going where in the coming races. Just a couple spots away from getting to the round of 8. Ben Newworth, one of the cars that wants to make the round of 8, 14th quickest right now at a 4-minute 28.869, now down to 15th. Either way, they are in the owner's chase. They made it to round of 12. Not much I can really say without looking at that spot or that area to know where they're at. So, I can tell you that this is one of the chasers that definitely did not have a good run. DNF'd at Texas, one of the many. Jake Baskinger, currently 5th quickest, one of the Go homers, and comes into this race 42nd in owner's points, having overtaken the 05 car, who is not here again this week. The Boniva Chevrolet, though, looking to try and make it in, and I think that speed, if it holds up, should be good enough to race on Sunday. Will Lewis, another one of the Go Go homers, 32nd or 33rd or something like that on owner's points. Currently second quickest, 4:26.52. So looking solid to be able to make the show, and we'll have to watch Turn of Death here, see if one of these two goes off. As they're somewhat close. I think the 01 just jumped up to 5th is what I'm seeing there. And they're both good, and there's the train. Ali Nelson, 22 car, will race 29th on owner's points right now. Gonna need a solid run to be able to try and increase that gap a little bit, because Nelson's starting to get into the nervous territory here with that 22 car. Mary Shelley, one of the chasers. Like I said, Shelley's didn't fare so well at Texas. Mary Shelley did at least finish though, so that's about the only saving grace that that car had. Jim Casella on track in the 96 car. Has to make it in on speed. 33rd in the owner's points. Did not, or 34th or so actually, I think. Either way, not in the top 30. Didn't have a very good D&Q race either. Finished below 12th, which meant just the one single point for their Texas effort, and yeah, it didn't end so well. So currently 14th quickest. That's going to be probably pretty borderline to make the race, in all honesty, as I see Jessica Shelton jumped up to 7th. Ashley Brock currently in 10th. I'm looking at this top 10, and I already see 2, 4, 6 Go homers right there. And remember, top 11 make it, so Jim Casella could be borderline. Speaking of the 21 car, Tristan Wilhoit currently 9th quickest now, as the 89 car of Amy Shelley jumped up to 8th. Wilhoit trying to make it in on speed, did not make Texas, and comes into this race 48th in the owner's points. And so they brought the Air Force Blue, and going to try and do some good for the Wood brothers here. Kyle Matthews currently 26th quickest, and the good news for him, he's already locked in on speed or points. So this 09 car 15th in the owner's points if there was no chase. Obviously a little bit lower than that considering there's the owner's chase. I would think he's about 18th or 19th. I don't know. If I had to guess, it's 18th or 19th. As Henry Powers jumps up to 3rd. And having already talked about Axel Casella, time to do it this way. So we talked about Will Lewis. I don't believe we, well, I was going to say I don't believe we've talked about Cosmic Nova, but that is some big time issues for the 41 car. Engine expiring will spell a backup car for them. While I've got the topic on my mind though, you could see the car. Cosmic Nova, the 41 team, 44th in the owner's points, will have to make it in on speed, and you see they have yet to turn a lap in this session. They are the one and only car, and I'm looking at the time, they are not going to get to. They might get one lap, and that's going to be a out of the pit lap. Have not talked about Kazuyoshi, so as I move on to Kazuyoshi, does not look good for Cosmic Nova to even turn a lap in this session. Hiroshi Kazuyoshi, 18th quickest, will race. They are top 30 in the owner's points. 25th if there was no owner's points for this car. Or owner's chase, I should say. Alex Hawkins, the other Haas CNC car, currently 28th quickest, the slowest of those to turn a lap. And so does not look good for them. It looks like it'll be a D&Q race for the 70, the All-Star race winner, Alex Hawkins. Came into this race 49th in the owner's points. Have not talked about Amy Shelley, but no real need to either. They know that they will race. They are in the owner's and the driver's chase. as we are into the standby time. Flying laps will count. The Racing for Jesus Dodge doing a spectacular job this season as Jeff James jumps up to second. Had not shown Henry Powers on screen, fourth quickest right now. They will race another one of the cars that's in the owner's chase right now. Will Hoyt improved his time. And I'm just looking. Let's see. 5 of the Go homers are in the top 10 right now. And I can confirm that without being able to set a lap, Cosmic Nova will be going to the house. There are 12 Go homers in this group. Well, Cosmic Nova is going to give it one chance. The current bump speed is a 4-minute 29.7 for Alex Hawkins, provided he does not increase that bubble speed. Final lap for Hawkins. Trying to see who's where on track. Okay, Nova just started a lap, so it's going to be close. Hawkins right now, though, needing to improve because he's on that bubble. Ooh, got the wall a little bit. Hawkins going to get to complete the lap. Let's see what he can do here. Can he get it past the 40? No. So the bump speed does improve though to a 4-minute 29.1. I don't think Cosmic Nova is going to be able to complete this lap, in all honesty. Minute and a half, I'm not sure how far away from the line he is. Final minute for Cosmic Nova to try and put himself in the field provisionally. Not going to make it. There's no way Nova's making it. Gave it a good effort, but unfortunately Cosmic Nova will be the first car that we can confirm is going to the house. And that is it for qualifying. So just the 28 cars make a lap time. Cosmic Nova will go to the house and be in the D&Q race. And it doesn't look good for drivers like Alex Hawkins and Matt Dixon, as well as Jonathan Zorline. And someone went off there. Probably just a simple spin. And there it is, confirmation that Cosmic Nova does go home. Does not even set a lap. Either way, we'll be right back for group number 2 of qualifying here from Thornton. Welcome back to Thornton for group number 2 of qualifying. And just like that, William Duncan, the first car out, one of the Go-Go homers, 52nd, and we've got a train. Yep. Okay, so 52nd in the owner's points for the 48 car of William Duncan. Right now, the speed to beat for the Go-Go homers, a 4-minute 29.140 set by Alex Hawkins. So we'll have to follow that through this qualifying session and see how that stands up by the end of it. Max Newworth bringing out the Aero Exhaust number 4, a slick-looking paint scheme. Again, a Go-Go homer, 57th of 58 cars in the owner's points right now. Basically stopped following the 44 and... not sure who the other one was. We started with... I don't know, we've had 60 drivers, I think, at various points. Either way. Max Newworth, though, will have to make it in on speed, so again, gonna have to try and beat that time set by Alex Hawkins currently. So we'll have to see if they can do that. Well, we got a lot of the Go-Go homers here starting out. Zach Kreller, another one of them, 39th in the owner's points, bringing out the Six Flags scheme for the number 20. So again, just gonna have to follow that speed and see how Hawkins or Kreller can do. It does not look good for Alex Hawkins, being honest. Chris Washer, one of the final 12, and just barely survived making it to the final 12, but either way. I don't recall how he did. I remember, I think, the 5 getting involved in at least one accident during the day at Texas, but then again, so many cars did, so that's not really saying much. Eric Powers in the 88 car, another one of the Go-Go homers. So looks like the Go-Go homers feeling the pressure. They wanted to get out there, get their lap set early. They did not want to see the same fate fall them that happened to to Cosmic Nova in group number 1, where they were unable to set a lap time and went to the house as a result. So looks like a lot of the Go-Go homers with a similar strategy of get out there early. Sam Young with the most treacherous spot on the grid, 30th in the owner's points, and they bring the DirecTV Chevrolet to the track this week, as Sam Young gonna have to get a good run here, or at least just finish better than the guys chasing him for 30th in owner's points, because that is a very desirable spot to have and be locked into the races right now. Brendan Patterson, another one of the Go-Go homers, just outside of that top 30 as well, 34th or so in the owner's points. It's hard when you have so many guys right there. I think because the 9 is... what throws it off is when I'm looking at this, the 9 is actually 31st in owner's points without the chase, but they're in the chase. So just shows you how bad they were during the regular season without those wins. Hello, welcome back to Thornton, and already a car out on the track being brave, and it is the 14 of DJ Curtis deciding to be brave. They will race though on Sunday, this team at least. Starting to enter into that danger zone right around that 27th or so range coming in, give or take a spot or two. It's about as best I can do it with this, with the unfortunate circumstances of the 9 is in the owner's chase, but 31st in points if there was no owner's chase. So, yeah, right around 27th or so for DJ Curtis and the Waste Management team, so they will race. And they are still the only car out on track, so we'll just continue watching them. Okay, now we've got someone else. Mason Neal, the car that enters this race 17th or so in the owner's points. Again, not one of the owner's title contenders, so I'm not quite sure where they're at. Probably somewhere in that 20 range, close to there or something. Either way, they bring out the Altel, the Sony HD scheme, I'm sorry, on the 12 cars, so they will race. It's just a matter of where they start. Seth Cole, one of the Go-Go homers, dead last in the owner's points out of cars that have attempted every race. 58th for them. They have made a few races here and there, but just been troublesome, and Seth has been the gracious guy to also give up his spot in the field with this car, though, occasionally. So the bump speed, currently a 4-minute 29.140 set by Alex Hawkins. Hawkins needs every single Go-Go homer in this group to go slower than him. Good luck. Theo Stegall in the 15 Quaker State Chevy, one of the cars that's in the owner's chase, so they will race as well. If there was no owner's chase, they'd be in 20th. So go from top 20 to a guaranteed top 12 or so, or actually I don't know. Depends how they do, because it gets reseeded if you get eliminated. So either way, Dylan Thoreau in car number 7, one of the Go-Go homers as well, 36th or so in the owner's points. I believe that's actually probably accurate, 36th in owner's points for the 7 car. So the Harris Chevrolet going to have to make it on speed again. Right now we'll look at the speed of Alex Hawkins from group number 1 as the comparison speed. Alex Perkle will race in car number 1, again right around that 20th zone, about 19th or so, give or take, in owner's points for car number 1. The only DEI car not in the owner's chase or driver's chase, one or the other, basically. He's in neither. Dylan Young's in both, and the 15's at least in the owner's chase. So basically the test car for the rest of the season, I would say, for Alex Perkle. And here's the infamous guy, Levi McIntyre. This car is 31st in the owner's points, but because Levi McIntyre is still contending for the driver's chase, they are locked in to this race, which is why we take top 11, not the top 12 speeds from the Go-Go homers. So yeah, if you're the 12th guy, you can thank Levi McIntyre for missing the race. So either way, we'll have to see how this goes, and for most of these, Levi McIntyre actually has been quick enough to make this race anyway. So Ash Curtis is one of those that has to be top 11 of the Go-Go homers. Car number 78, currently 47th in the owner's points for the Furniture Row Chevy, bringing the National Day of Prayer scheme to the track this week. So we'll have to hope and pray that they make the race. Brandon Patterson, another one of the Go-Go homers, 34th or so in the owner's points. I believe that's accurate, but either way, they will have to make it in. So again, one of the cars that will compare to the Group 1 speeds and see where they stand. William Duncan, another one of those that has to make it in on speed. 52nd in the owner's points for car 48, right behind his teammate, the 24 of Chris Louvier. Mason Powers, the Subway Ford, another car that has to make it in on speed. They are... where are they? Oh shit, I can't even find them. Oh, there they are. 50th in owner's points for the 16. As I think we're going to start getting some of the Go-Go homers that are going to cross the line. Seth Cole's going to be the first. Let's see what his speed is. Is it good enough to bump Hawkins out of the race? Not yet. No. Slower. How about Dylan Thoreau? Even slower. Levi McIntyre, mere formality, like I said, he's in the race. But right now the 12th speed would be... okay, what is going on? Okay, finally we get a 430, but dang. As William Duncan takes his car to the pit lane, he's got a guardrail. Not quick enough yet for the 17. And there we go. There's a time quick enough to bump. Mason Powers bumps Alex Hawkins from the field, and that would put Matt Dixon on the bump, but Kenny Bale, one of the Go homers, has gone quicker than him, and that bumps Dixon from the field. 428.487 the bump speed right now that I can report. But I can tell you pretty much from looking, I think there's already some people out. Either way, Kenny Bale currently in the race, 54th in the owner's points, one of the Go homers, so we'll have to follow that speed. It's actually that is the third quickest speed for Kenny Bale there out of the Go homers. Charles Jackson, currently 8th quickest, does not have to worry about making it in on speed though for car number 9. Like I said, they are 31st in owner's points without the chase, but they made the owner's chase, so they're top 16. Max Newworth, currently a 4-minute 30.590, the Bully Hill Chevrolet. He has to make it on speed, 57th quickest. Dylan Casella with a time quick enough to race. The unsponsored 06 car bumps Jonathan Zorline from the field. The bump speed now, 4-minute 27.987 by Jim Casella. Zach Kreller needs to pick it up. He's not quick enough yet. 10th quickest, 4-minute 28.362. Has to make it on speed. The Six Flags Chevrolet for car number 20. And Momo Akari has lost a motor, so they will race, but now we'll have to go to the back of the field, and currently was the quickest time of this session. And that would have been borderline pole speed, I think. I don't know yet. Oh, look out. Look out. That was close. Either way, Daniel Day, he will race 4-minute 27.241, and that's going to be a long drive back from Momo Akari. But Daniel Day, third quickest, will race, so just a matter of where he starts. Kyle Collins also knows that they will race, fourth quickest right now, but one of the cars that made the owner's chase did not have a great round one at all. And so he will have to make it. Okay, so now here's the car that I got so much heat over from the guy who drives it. Robert Pollard in car number 72. The Stone Quality car. He wanted to pick on me because I said ovens, and apparently it's an alcoholic sponsor. So, oh well, I just went off what the sponsor was and inferred what it could have been. That's my fault. 72 has to make it in on speed, and currently I believe that is the bump speed, 4-minute 27.889. It bumps Jim Casella from the race, but that is your bump speed right now. The next quickest time from group number 1 was a 4-minute 27.745. So right now Robert Pollard is the last car to make this race. Eric Powers has to pick it up, 12th quickest right now, 4-minute 28.674, will not cut it for car 88, 38th in the owner's points. And I forgot to mention the 72, 35th in owner's points. So worth mentioning though, and following, Robert Pollard, the bump speed right now for the race. Sam Young, currently 14th quickest with a 4-minute 29.075 and holds the all-elusive 30th spot in the points. So they will race, but they need a good run to try and increase that cushion a little bit. William Duncan back out there on track now, so we'll have to see how he can do. Sky Commons on track. The Cars Dodge will race. They'd actually be about top 5 in owner's points without the chase, but just couldn't get a win, and unfortunately for them, there were too many winners to be able to make it in on points, so Sky Commons' best they can do is 17th in the owner's title. Chris Louvier, one of the cars that has to make it in on speed, 51st in owner's points for the Nicorette Chevrolet, as Kenny Bale to the top of the board with, I believe, the pole speed. Zach Kreller up there now. And I believe that I'm gonna have to, I'll get back to you on that. Gene Sanford will race. This car made the owner's title, so did a good job there. Alright, now we'll watch DJ Curtis go around a little bit while I do some math here on who's in and who's out. Okay. I figured it out right now. Currently, there's your bump speed. 4-minute 27.627 for Mason Powers. He's the final car in. And so, Seth Cole was one that needs to pick it up. Let's go and look at where he's at on track. See if he can't pick it up in the final 2 minutes. It's about the easiest thing to try and talk about is who's in, who's out. Right now, from group number 1, Will Lewis, Jake Baskinger, Jay Stella, Jessica Shelton, and Tristan Wilhoit in. Cars that will go home: Ashley Brock, Matthew Marias, Jim Casella, Jonathan Zorline, Matt Dixon, Alex Hawkins, and Cosmic Nova. The go or go homers definitely went all out though in this one. You have to be top 10 in your group just to actually be able to possibly make this race. Almost. I mean, group number 1 a little bit slower, it looks like, than group number 2. But dang. I don't think I talked about everyone, but either way, let's watch Seth Cole and then I'll try and see if I haven't covered everyone yet. Let's see what Seth can do. Final 35 seconds of normal time here. Can he pick up by 2/10? No. Someone went off in that section of track. Steve Pollard, I believe this is a car I have not talked about yet. 11th quickest right now on the speed charts, but they will race and they are in the drivers and the owners chase still. One of the cars that pointed their way in, I believe. Oh, I had not talked about Ish Taylor. And I wonder why, as right off the bat, puts himself in the race for the time being, a 4-minute 27.065, his first lap of the session. And now Mason Powers is 16 1/1000ths out of the field. Tristan Wilhoit now the bump speed, a 4-minute 27.611 as Ish Taylor, the car that was 46th in owner's points, runs one lap and puts himself in the field. And that is everyone now that I've talked about. Duncan currently is in. And let's watch Mason Powers as he just ran a lap. So I think that's going to be it for him. I believe Seth Cole's going to get one more lap as well. Is there anyone closer on track? Ash Curtis has already run his final lap, so he's done. He's already run his final lap. Max Newirth a little bit closer, currently the slowest car in qualifying, 4-minute 30.590. runs quicker, but not quick enough. Chris Louvier also will not make it. Looks like Dylan Thoreau is not going to make the race. William Duncan actually improves his time up to a 4-minute 26.056. And I believe it's going to come down to Seth Cole here. Can Seth Cole knock out Tristan Wilhoit? The time to beat will be a 4-minute 27.611. Gene Sanford up to 13th. Steve Pollard moved up. I believe Robert Pollard was already there. Ash Curtis improved on his lap, but not good enough to make the field. And this is actually going to be one instance I can look at it right now. Levi McIntyre did not have the speed to make it, but will get in via the chase rule. And right now that 12th guy out would be Mason Powers. Right now Powers looks like he will have had the speed to make it, but will not race due to the chase rules there, that anyone in the driver's chase must make the race. So unfortunate there. Seth Cole, final lap. Slower. Theo Stegall, already in. Oh, Dylan Thoreau's going to get one chance at this as well. He's not in the race yet either. Going to go shot clock cheese on this. Does he improve? No. Ish Taylor up to 6th at the buzzer, giving himself a little bit of cushion as well. But I don't think it's needed. Either way, qualifying is over, and I believe I've given you everyone that is in the field correctly. If I haven't, oh well, I'm sorry about that. And someone jumped up that I didn't realize was already out. Either way, I'd like to thank you for watching, and coming up next is the starting grid for both the race and the D&Q race. D&Q race, the results kind of go up usually on Facebook, so if you're not in the group, try and let me know somehow and I can add you in or something, or add me on Facebook and I can add you in that way. Anyway, like I said, thank you for watching, and next up will be the truck race for the, I believe it was called the Death Trap 250 or so. Either way, I think every race this weekend going to be 3 laps only. And so next up is the truck race, and I'll see you next time.